Pathway to Success. So that was one of the chapters that was in your Saunders, okay? And it talked about how to be successful as we're moving forward, right? This is a new thing. You guys are in this course. I'm so excited to have you. But it's a new thing. It's a new endeavor. It's a new undertaking. So in order for us to move forward, right? Our goal ahead is to pass NCLEX. That's the goal, right? To be competent, safe nurses. That's the goal. That's what we're trying to get to, right? So at the end of the day, we have to be mindful of not looking back in the past, right? Because we can't change the past. All we have ahead of us is the future, right? And for being forward looking. So this is where I'm asking you to really embrace the positive attitude, optimistic, and again, just forging forward with strength, perseverance, and determination to get this done. All right. One of the biggest things is a plan. There's a saying that says, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? And none of us are planning to fail again. But here's where the plan that we've provided for you comes into play. If we're providing a plan, which is that weekly calendar, the syllabus, that's what I want you to follow as closely as you're able to, right? Follow that plan, follow the schedule, because that's going to set you up for success. It is all by design. None of the things that we're asking you to do is just because. It is a plan. There's a strategy to it. Okay, so essentially following the plan, following the schedule, and essentially where's that best place for you to study. Studying looks like about approximately 1 to 2 hours a day to this, right? If we're expecting to do 50 questions a day, do some readings. Reading consists of going over the PowerPoints, going over the Saunders content, and any other type of studying that you want to also add into that, whether you're hopping on YouTube to watch a video, or if you're listening to some type of audio visual to supplement or complement the studying. That's all part of studying. So ideally about 1 hour to 2 hours a day to this. And you're probably like, how do I can't even find 30 minutes. I can't even find 15 minutes extra time for myself, let alone a whole hour or two. I know I'm reading your minds. I'm reading your faces, because I feel the same way, right? I feel like there's not enough time in the day. And many of you, I know, work during the day. You come home to this, you've got families, you've got so many things going on. But where is that place for you? How are we going to fit this in? How will we balance the things that we have going on and include this too? Right? Because this is working towards you being successful, your success, okay? Sometimes it means we might have to share that schedule with others, right? Our spouse, our children. Let them know that I need to carve out this time in the evening, or I need to allocate this time on Saturdays to studying or doing my questions. If you share that with your loved ones, they may be more understanding to what it is that you need to do in order to be successful. All right. So at the end of the day, all work and no fun is no fun. I'll say that again. All work and no fun is not fun, right? So what does that mean? That means you got to carve out some time to balance fun. Things that make you happy, things that fill your cup up, right? Whatever that looks like, because you got to be able to balance that. Okay. You also should be eating better, eating good. And I say eating better, that's for me, because I need to do that. I need to eat better, right? Especially if you're on the go a lot. You move, you shake, you go. It's easy to defer to fast foods, right? Picking up something on the go. But are you choosing healthy choices when you're on the go, right? Try to eat healthy. Try to get more sleep. I need more sleep. I could use it too. These are the things that are going to preserve you and keep you going as you're preparing over the next weeks for what's ahead. All right. Stay focused, follow the plan. And your book said to write down the date and time. Perhaps you know what the date is, for those of you who already have test dates ahead, but maybe you don't. Maybe you know just the month. Maybe you know that in July 2024, that's when I'm planning on testing, right? July, August, whatever that looks like for you. Write it down, okay? And beside it, your book says put your name. Put your name and the letters, followed by the letters RN, followed by the letters LPN, and the word that follows is yes. The recommendation is to post it, put it up, places where you can see it every day. So it's a constant reminder that this is already affirmed, it's already done, and it's a positive thing that you can see on a regular basis as a reminder to you. Okay? So this is how we get to the end goal. This is how we're going to do it. And we're all going to do it together. All right, so fast forward the day of your exam. The moment you wake up, you open your eyes, you get out of bed. I don't know about you, but I have to spend some time in prayer. I give thanks to God because I'm grateful, right? And on that morning, when you are opening your eyes and whatever your regimen is, you already say it for that day that it's already done. This is my day, you say. This is my day. I am going to pass the NCLEX. This is my day. This is where you're, again, moment you're opening your eyes, you're getting out of bed, you're getting yourself groomed, ready, you're heading to the testing center, you're going in, you're positively talking, positive affirmations all the way through, right? Those testing center people, I've heard stories, right? Dealing with some of the people that work at the testing center. Guess what? You got blinders on. Nothing they can say or do is going to rub you the wrong way because you are locked in, you're focused. You have been working so hard up to this day, and you have to remind yourself. You want to be able to sit down at that table, that desk in front of the computer and say, you know what? Remind yourself, I've done 2,000, 3,000, however many thousand questions. You've been doing questions, you've been studying, you've been reading, you've been coming to class, you've been putting the work in, right? You did clinical because there will be past tense for those of you who are going to do the clinical. You did so much to sell out to this class, right? To sell out to doing this, to getting to this point, right? And you want to remind yourself of those things on this test day, because that's going to give you that increased confidence in you in that moment, as a reminder of what it took to get back here, right? You're going to remind yourself that you are an overcomer, right? You are resilient. You are the most determined person, woman, mother, daughter, nurse out there, right? Because you're back in front of it, right? For those of you who are retesting, it took a lot to get there, and you're there. So you got to remind yourself. So in the midst of the test, you're going to take breaks. Take them. They're very important. And you're going to make sure that you stay in control. You are in control. You are in command. Breathing is so important during your time of testing. For those, many of you deal with testing anxiety. Okay? So breathing is very important. It's essential. It's literally something that not only is it meant to calm you, but as you inhale, this is where you're inhaling confidence. You're breathing in the confidence, the peace, and you're blowing off anxiety, feelings of doubt. You're blowing it off. Blow it off. Get it out of you. Okay? Get it out of you. That breathing can help center you, calm you, and it can help inhale this confidence like never before. So I challenge you to do these things, to integrate these things, to once again believe in yourself, have those positive thoughts to the very end of that test. Don't start second guessing yourself, doubting yourself. You've got to, this is called mind. You're training your mind, not training your mind, but you're reminding yourself of positive things. You want to stay in this positive framework, or this positive frame of mind. All right. And also imagery works can help too. Visualizing your name and the letters next to it. Okay. And ultimately, the goal is passing that NCLEX. All right, and it can be done, it will be done. I shared with the class earlier today, I said a fun fact. I actually had a cohort, literally a cohort this same time this year. So the cohort was 425-23, okay? That was the cohort. You guys are my 425-24 cohort. And there were 14 students in that cohort, 14. And 13 of them passed their NCLEX. They took the course, passed the NCLEX. And the 14th person I'm still in contact with. They got a test date coming up. So listen, I want the same thing. I was thinking this when I was like, if this same date, same group, it's just the 24. If I can make this happen with this group, if this group could be 100% pass rate, that would be spectacular. That whole group passed their NCLEX. 13 out of 14 students passed their NCLEX. To God be the glory. I cannot tell you. You talk about overly overjoyed. You talk about overjoyed. I want the same for y'all. So 425-23 can get it done. 425-24 can get it done. And that's 100% passing. Nobody left behind. That's the goal. Nobody left behind. All right. So we got to set ourselves up for success. And this is where we're going to start.